So hello guys, welcome in next episode. So what my plan was for today is move the fruit bushes from my old plot to the new one, but as you can see we have the fresh pile of horse manure on the plot. So what does it mean basically is that I have to stash all this into my compost bin, because that's what I'm going to be using next year on my beds. The thing is that I still don't have compost bins, so what I need to do, I need to move my compost bins from the old plot to the new one. So anyway, let's get to it. So first thing was to remove all this well done horse manure from the compost bin, but then I quickly noticed that I cannot unscrew this whole thing. So as you can see me here, I'm struggling to get it off the ground first, and then what I end up doing is pretty much just dragging it across the whole allotment site to my new plot. Alright, so it took like 2 hours in the pouring rain, but I finally got this compost bin in here and it fits quite good. I still have a lot of space here to put some kind of, compost bins, as I was really planning to do it. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start bringing the horse manure from back there. Now another good thing about this plot is that it's so near to the main horse manure pile, where previously I had to go through the allotment. Right, anyway, good that I took another clothes with me, because this one is totally wet. So we are here 1 week later. It's early morning and it's been -2 tonight. Actually even now it's -1, so the soil is frozen hard, which is good. No mud finally, and in weather like this there's not much you can do in the garden. So what my plan is for today is just finish filling up those compost bins. Right, so I've made the compost bins. I was hoping to make this one a bit bigger, but I have to make sure that they got an easy access to the water tap over here. So it's it's a bit smaller, but I end up with 3 huge bins of horse manure. Now this is fresh horse manure, so even though it seems that it's a lot of it, by the time I'm gonna use it, which is like 1 year from now, those bins will be half full only. So so even though you just want to make sure that you have more than you think you need, that's what I would say. Right, so weather is not very good today. It's cold and it's snowing, so it's a good time to do something inside polytunnel, and that's what I'm doing here. Now if you was watching my episodes last year, you know what it is, because I've done it as well. It's a hotbed, and this is how I raise seedlings in the early spring. So basically, you have few options to raise the seedlings. If you can put it on windowsill, and they're gonna be a bit leggy because there's not much sun usually, and then you'll have to make sure that you harden them off before you get them to the garden. So it might take like 1-2 weeks of constant taking them out and back in. Or what you can do, you can use hotbed in your polytunnel. Now hotbed in my case will be used with horse manure, because that's what I have available on the plot. The idea is that horse manure, while decomposing, all the bacteria that's doing the job, they can heat up the hotbed up to even 50 degrees. Now you have to have substantial size hotbed to do it, but even with mine, which is like 1 meter on 1 meter, I should hopefully get at least 40 degrees. So what we're gonna do then, I'm gonna put the seedlings on the top of this hotbed, and even if you're gonna have temperatures -2 Celsius and so forth, they should be able to survive. I might even put some fleece on top of them to make sure that they're gonna be fine. You can use different things to use in your hotbed. You can use chicken manure, you can use rabbit manure. I'm using horse manure, but you can also use the nitrogen-rich fertilizer. Basically the idea is that whatever can kick off the decomposition of brown materials, going to create the temperatures enough to heat up the cold frame or wherever you build this hotbed, because it doesn't have to be this shape, and you just have to have enough volume of the material to create the higher temperature. Well, anyway, let's start filling this up. So another benefit of hotbed that I see is, first of all, that seedlings get as much sun as they can, well, at this time of the year, but it's more than on the windowsill, and also I don't have to harden them off. So basically they will go straight from this bed, hotbed, to the ground in the garden. And all I might do at this point, if it's going to be cold night, again I might just cover the row in the garden with the fleece. But you know, that just simplifies everything, and that works for me, especially that, you know, on the plot. Right, anyway, that's gonna be it for now, and as always guys, I wish you a great week, okay? And let me know if you have any, you know, proved methods of raising seedlings and how you did. Maybe you have something that worked for you for many years. I will be happy to hear about it, because this is not the only method, you know, that I want to try. I want to try new things next year as well. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.